Alright, so we just finished in raid just now, and like the usual, here are the team comps that we have used. For DualRing, pretty much probably the biggest teams that we have used here are Snow White and Maxwell, along with Litter and Novel, or the Bunny Girls. In general, the boss is pretty weak against Iron, and if you have Snow White or Maxwell that are overloaded with elemental damage, then they are a really good option. I even used Soline on one of my team comps if you needed more damage and you can handle it. But if you don't have enough damage, then you might want to either use the bunnies or add like Rapunzel or Helm as a sort of healer. If you don't have any of them, then you can choose to use Scarlet or Modernia or any machine guns. This fight is a pretty straightforward fight. Didn't really have a lot of changes or anything in particular. 1 minute and 2 minute mark. The boss does an AoE, but you can cover them. And otherwise, it's a straightforward boss with turrets and bombs throughout the fight. So you just want to do core shots, and so in that particular sense, machine guns are really good at it. Assault rifle or iron, those are the recommended unit. Now we move on to the next one. Cucumber is pretty much similar to DualRings, and pretty much instead of boss weak against iron, now the boss is weak against water. Hey, it's time for your summer neon. You do need some healing on there at higher levels, so bunny girls are also good, and you can use Helm as well, Rapunzel, what have you. And another good unit to use is Summer Mary, but otherwise it's a pretty similar fight to the other one. Nothing really much to min-max. Since Cucumber is also water, you can also use Dorothy and Privity as combination if you have like elemental damage on them, and those are good options. But yeah, you can just kind of look at here what my teammates have used. Not a lot of variants. Now let's move on to Gravedigger. You guys know what Gravedigger is. Do I really need to tell what do you need here? Well, shotguns as usual. Alice and Maxwell do see some use as well. Modernia, Scarlet, you have the classic shotgun, Sugar, Guilty, and really just equip your gamer chair. Now moving on to Plate. Plate is another pretty straightforward fight if you are not sure, but basically the boss puts on shield and that's the main stick on it, and there's pretty much just a few options that you can do there. Either using Pierce units. Pierce does go through the boss shield and you can hit the boss, so Alice is a popular choice in that. Or Shotgun. Shotgun does have a lot of bullets, counts as hits, so, and the shield gets destroyed when it gets hit a lot. That's why shotgun or machine gun are popular choice. I wouldn't put too much shotgun though, because usually it is primarily used just to destroy the shield, but in terms of overall damage, it's not gonna give a lot of damage. So you want to do some mix, maybe assault rifle plus shotgun or anything like that. But any high rate of fire team, machine gun is also good. And here are some kind of like popular combo in my guild. Probably the biggest thing here is like if you are not ready for plate, you are going to have a hard time on that. So having like a lot of elemental damage on your Alice or Modernia is pretty crucial. It does make the battle pretty easy, and if you have like some guildmates that have a lot of elemental damage on either Alice or Modernia, I would highly advise to have Alice or Modernia's specialist to do plate instead. It caught us in a bad time for my guild where like there was a lull period of time where we didn't really have any good Alice that is in there, and so we ended up like eating up a lot of entries at that point. But for example, let's say like you have like a really good Alice, you can pretty much solo the entire battle like this. So you can see blue means on this one, that means that it didn't die yet, and red means it died. So level 8 it died here, and then level 9 only took us 2. But yeah, if you get caught off guard on plate, that does give you a pretty bad time. Otherwise, if you are ready or prepared on that one, that is good. The next one is Landeater. As you can see, Alice and Modernia with bunny girls is a good option. Don't look too much into the damage here because obviously this is skewed into my level, but as you can see, I did use volume because I was using something else for my litter and Dorothy. But Alice is a good unit option here. Scarlet is also a really good option alongside with Dorothy and Privity. Bunny girls, as usual, kind of just makes everything super easy where you don't really have to worry too much about anything. Let's see another one that I use were my Dorothy and Privity. I use Dorothy, Privity, Guilty, Guillotine, and Scarlet, and I soloed level 7. And then my level 9 I used volume with Noir, Alice, Blanc, and Modernia. But in general, the strategy for Landeater is to try to kill those body parts as much as you can because they do give bonus damage. And then at around 1 minute mark, he does enter his phase 3 or phase 2, whatever his last phase is, where he will constantly put like 3 red circles and 3 white circles, and you wanna obviously just hit the red circles. So the game plan on that is to just keep shooting the head in the middle, and then because the head in the middle will always be red, and then you can just aim at the other reds. But yeah, otherwise Landeater is a very straightforward fight. It actually is pretty simple, and it does give you a lot of damage padding as well. But yeah, that's the quick guide for all of these. Good luck everyone. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.